Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning. It's Coffee and time on ON AM and FM. As always, on a Friday morning at 8 in the morning. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan is with you, moderating the whole shebang. And with me is Melissa Murray. Hi, Melissa.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Dave Richards is here as well. Good morning,
She's
Dave.
turning down her phone like a good doobie, and I'm turning mine up because
you're not a good
I never
doobie.
remember to turn it back up after I turn it down. So I
Same.
and then you know,
then you miss calls.
Yeah, and you know, it's one thing to miss some calls. It's another thing to miss some calls from the fabulous Denise. That one's hard to live down. So I'm just going to leave it up, and if it rings, I'll excuse myself.
If it rings, it rings. No problem. The first segment sponsor.
Think I'll get fired for that?
No.
Okay.
Of Coffee and maybe a suspension. There we go. First segment sponsor of Coffee and is the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Dave, what do you see in your email from the Chamber?
Ooh, well, this is interesting. Leaf, a lasting impression.
Leaf, L-E-A-F.
It's in my inbox. And it's another one of those wonderful things that B&M Printing and Trophies and Signs, they will send out little ads because that's a service that the Northern Rhode Island Chamber offers to their members to actually use the pipeline to all the different members and be able to send out messages. Now, yard signs for fall are all the rage, and B&M Printing makes them. So they're sending that out. I mentioned it. I'm not trying to tell you to go out and buy a lawn sign, but I'm just telling you that that's one of the great services that the Chamber offers. Mm-hmm. Also, some wonderful things going on, like in a very short time on September the 24th, the Eggs and Issues breakfast that we've been thinking about all summer with Senate President Valerie J. Lawson will be happening 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning at the Kirkbrae Country Club. That's again on the 24th, which is a Tuesday or Wednesday, Joe?
What's the date?
24th.
That would be a Wednesday.
You have to pay attention to the show, Joe. It's in your headphones.
Was Dave speaking?
I'll just talk louder. But really, that's going to be a very fun time. It always is. I've been to those Eggs and Issues breakfasts, and you always get something interesting out of it. Then you're back to the office and everything else. And there's just really no liability at all because, I mean, Coffee and listeners have full dispensation to attend Eggs and Issues breakfasts, 8:30 to 9:30 like that. Don't worry, you can make up that last half hour on the replay. All right, so, and then the Northern Rhode Island Chamber also reminds us that business matters. And we have in our inbox here the week at the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, a moment of transition and celebration, interesting things going on. The board of directors gathered for a special moment of both gratitude and excitement. Of course, Elizabeth Catucci, 6 incredible years of leadership at the Chamber. There's a nice picture in there with Liz in there. And also Monica Zuluaga, IOM. That's the alphabet she has after her name. I'm not sure what it stands for. President and CEO, the new one in here. And she is already in the job and hit the ground running. And I've got to make an appointment to talk to her as soon as I can get a couple of minutes free.
Yeah, see if we can get her on Coffee In.
Yeah, Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce, 334-1000. And if you think that government doesn't want a piece of your business, guess again. These folks can help.
All right, Dave. Thank you very much. All right.
Everybody wants a piece of the action of somebody else's action.
Of course they do.
There you go.
For free? Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, Val got a bomb threat.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that, Melissa?
Yeah, I knew about it before it was in the press.
And Frank Chacon?
Yeah, three people.
Yeah. But emails, weren't they?
Yeah, but the last name wasn't released to our press.
Yeah.
It wasn't. No.
Well, that's okay. I don't mind.
Was it
Yeah.
you? Was it you?
It was not me.
Okay,
it was
all
not
right.
me. No,
Well,
I
that's
knew.
a good question, Joe.
Well,
I knew about it earlier, and I didn't know if it was going to be leaked to the press. But then some of us got an email. I won't say who the reporter is, but asking what our daily routines were like, and if
Oh, really?
what safety protocols we had in place, and did we feel safe? And I didn't feel safe answering those questions.
There you go.
That's a
So,
great answer. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been really crazy. So it was Senate President and Senate Majority Leader that received, and another person that we
No, they're saying
been named, so.
they're saying bomb threats, hoax
Yep.
bomb threats. Is that what?
saying that there was
you've
a
been
bomb
told?
at their home. Yeah.
At their home,
Yeah.
not at their office, like at the State House. Okay, wow.
So they
Okay.
had to send the bomb squad to their homes.
Yep. State police had to come in.
Yeah,
They take all these
it's,
threats
Throw
seriously.
your schedule off for the
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
Yeah, stay
So,
away.
After Melissa Hortman was assassinated, was the Missouri House Speaker, we all had our home addresses removed from the state website.
Okay.
I thought about this a lot prior, whether or not our addresses should be up there, just because it's just so crazy right now. But yeah, so we got another email saying, oh, don't worry, your addresses have been taken off. I mean, you can. There's the internet. but,
Well,
like,
you're on the voter roll. You have to have your address on the voter
That-
roll, and you have
that's
to be a
right.
voter to be an elected official.
That's
It'll
right.
just take a
That's
little
right.
longer to find out
Yeah,
what your
yeah.
address is.
It's only
Okay.
for the sincere criminal now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, in terms of Valerie Lawson and Frank Chacon, do they have families at home
Yeah.
with young kids? You know?
Well-
Not young kids, no,
No,
but
okay.
Frank was actually in California at a conference. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He said, well, I didn't, he has all kinds of cameras at his house, and he said,
Yeah.
I didn't get an alert that, anybody was around. So,
But
he
they got to
assumed-
check it out anyway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yep.
Going to shake up his wife, who's at home, that the state police are coming in to.
Yeah, I don't
look
know if his.
around.
Yeah, I don't know if his partner was
Oh, okay.
with him or not. But yeah, I don't.
All
know.
right. Well, it's the fallout of what's going on.
Yeah, it's
and we had that,
it's terrifying, and
and around the country, for whatever reason, no, habitually, black colleges were getting threats.
yeah,
And I'm like, I can't connect these two dots. Charlie Kirk was white. The photos put out by the FBI of what they think the shooter is,
yeah,
he's white.
yeah.
So I don't understand, why are these colleges getting these threats? Can you put the two? Can you connect those dots?
Well, this is just become how we deal with disagreements. I mean,
yeah.
have we? What is happening? We have a political disagreement. Instead of having a conversation, we reach for a gun to literally try to cancel each other out.
We
Like,
want it-
what is happening? And I
We-
had many
yeah.
political disagreements with a very good number of people, and I've gotten some hate thrown my way.
Mm-hmm. But you don't want it to become the Wild West.
No,
You don't want it to be Tombstone, Arizona in 1880.
this is not how we settle differences. This is not what we do. But apparently, it is what we do now. Which
Apparently, because
is very distressing.
look,
it really is.
look what's happened now. We talked with the chief yesterday, and some people just don't, and they never get it. And we were talking with the police chief yesterday about the amount of DUIs that happened over Labor Day weekend, and say, it'll never be zero.
No,
Someone
right.
is always going to drink and drive,
Right.
and they just never get the message. Now, the message here now is, if people, I've got free speech. Yes, you do, but there are consequences to free speech.
There are.
If I go down to Social Park, World War II Park, and stand on the stage down there just during the day and just scream out that I believe the Boston Red Sox are going to win the World Series. Okay, it's going to attract absolutely no attention because it's not controversial in absolutely any way.
Right.
But if you're going to do out something controversial, stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the teacher from Barrington,
Yeah.
who decided to go on social media, and it was a man, and he talked. Basically, did you see this video?
I didn't.
Okay, he has been suspended. He's put on administrative leave. Basically, he's one of the people that are out there that saying basically what happened to Charlie Kirk, he brought it on himself, kind of thing.
I've seen a lot of people taking that route.
Yeah, but you're a school teacher.
Right. What are we teaching our kids?
That's right. And we had another teacher in Massachusetts, up in Holden, Massachusetts, which is part of the Wachusett Regional High School. She's been placed on leave as well for the same thing. As soon after Kirk was shot, the teacher, and we do have a name here, Anne Marie Donahue, posted on her social media, quote, "Just a reminder, we're not offering sympathy," unquote. The post was shared, and it quickly went viral, raising panic, and it led to over 700 absences at the high school yesterday.
What?
So school officials, I'm going to do something. School officials say Donahue is not allowed on school grounds while the matter is under investigation. And then, now this wasn't social media, but this happened yesterday. Do you know who Matthew Dowd is?
No.
Commentator on MSNBC. Basically was saying the same thing, that Charlie Kirk brought this on himself. They fired him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is actually kind of surprising
Yeah.
since it was MSNBC. And the point was...
I haven't watched MSNBC in a while. Yeah.
But the point was, when are people going to realize that free speech, yes, you have it,
Right.
but there are consequences to free speech depending on what you say.
Sure, sure. And I saw a lot of people quoting, the fact that Charlie Kirk said, oh, well, unfortunately, our Second Amendment rights are going to cost us lives. That's just the way it is.
Yes.
And using his own words to justify his death, which doesn't make you any better than him. Right.
Right.
And look, not my favorite person was sexist and racist and misogynist, but like
I disagree, but keep going.
But right. But right. You're like, oh, okay, I disagree.
I disagree with that. So okay.
Great, let's talk it out.
But we're not going to shoot each
I
other.
mean, we're not going to talk it out on the air, but like, no, it's just gotten to a point where, this year especially, I felt it.
Yeah.
Just the rhetoric has been amped up, and it's scary times. Thinking.
Are you part of the Rhode Island Young Democrats?
No.
Okay, so them and the Rhode Island Young Republicans had a joint statement.
I saw
yesterday.
That. I saw that.
Saying they just condemn all forms of political violence.
Yeah,
so nice of those two groups to come together and agree on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree. I saw that, and I was very pleased about that. Look, did I like the guy or agree with the guy? No, but this has got to stop. And I don't think it's going to stop. I don't know how we stop this train, because we've already accepted that, well, these things happen. We'll be horrified for, a short minute, and then we'll go on with our lives, and then until the next thing happens, right? And also there was a school shooting that day.
Right, in Colorado, where a student died.
Yeah.
Actually it was the shooter.
Right, committed suicide
killed
after.
Himself
right.
after he shot a couple of kids.
Right. And we've just become so numb to
Yeah.
this that we gloss over it, and it's...
But what I read about that, if you could take anything away from that school shooting in Colorado, was he didn't get more victims because of protocols that have been put into place where you can lock the doors and keep the shooter from getting into the room where the kids are. So that's where we've come to as well.
Yeah.
These safety protocols are in place in different schools. I hope they're here in Rhode Island as well, where if something were to happen, you can lock down in your room and the shooter can't get in unless they shoot the door, but that's going to take time, and we got to keep from the shooter's point of view, we got to keep moving on. But so it could have been a lot worse out in Colorado. He only got a couple. I guess maybe he felt they were closing in on him, so he killed himself. 16-year-old kid out there.
16.
Yep.
Tragic.
Yep. And
what are we? What have we become?
I don't know. Looking at the shooting yesterday, the only thing they said, they recovered the rifle, and they found like writings on the cartridges of the bullets that were LGBTQ.
Very weird, right?
Yeah.
Super weird.
I forget what the other ones were. So I don't know, and maybe that's to throw you off. I don't know. They say
this person just escaped, like they blended in.
Yeah.
Looked college age.
Now they say he looked college age, and I'm looking at him again. I'm like,
He could be 30.
He looks old. He looks older.
Yeah, right. I know it's hard to tell from those photos.
But he's slight. He's thin. I'm like, he could be not college age.
Yeah.
And dealing by looking at the one shot, I think I don't think he's college age. I think he's older, and he's had
Some
training.
kind of training, sure.
in his marksmanship. All right.
So I mean, just to kind of wrap.
Okay.
There was another shooting last night too, by the way. Military Academy.
And what? Where?
I mean,
What's
it's getting to be like April, because this stuff always happens in
In the
April.
springtime.
You can expect it when April comes. Beautiful weather and horrific
Bad stuff
national
happens.
shooting stories.
Yeah.
And it's just been going on for 30, 40 years. It's always April.
Yeah.
Now it's September.
Well, let's get him while school's starting, because we got a full school. I don't know.
I mean, I hope
Last
what
thing you
people
wanted to wrap up?
don't do is like just stop with the name calling and the dehumanization that leads to this kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, the libs, blah 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 blah, or the far this, the far that. When we say those and them and those people, and like we start to dehumanize people, I think is just a very dangerous territory. And I know that's going to happen, but I've been criticized for being too moderate, which is kind of insane. But I've been recently, especially this year, been criticized for some of my more left-leaning
Leaning.
colleagues for being too moderate and just getting it from both sides. And I mean, you have to have conversations. You have to at least be willing to sit down with the person and talk to them, right? You don't have to. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them and everything they say, but
You may not come to an agreement when you sit down and talk with them.
right. And a lot of times you don't. But
Yeah,
I
okay.
mean, my gosh, we're all on this planet together. Let's hopefully get through it unscathed as much as we can.
All right, we're going to take a break on the Coffee and program, and more coming your way. This segment has been sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. What do you have to say about them, Dave?
334-1000 is the telephone number to call after 9 o'clock this morning. They're a 9 to 5 business, so you can watch and listen to Coffee and for the rest of the show. We have some special guests coming up you wouldn't want to miss. And then call 334-1000 and find out how the Chamber can help you.
Thanks, Dave. Comments and questions can be called in 766-1240.
The best variety of music. ON 1240.
Are you retired or retiring soon? That's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3, Cumberland, Rhode Island. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, call Ed or Paul Carew at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The Coffee and panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
We are local and live at 99.5 FM.
And it's Coffee In here on ONA and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callan here. Dave Richards is with us. Melissa Murray's here as well. So a couple other things going on. Up in Boston, Melissa, I don't know if you heard, but Josh Kraft has ended his campaign to be mayor. Now, before the preliminary before the preliminary election, he said, and he knew he was in second place, and he said, if I lose by 15 points or less, I will take that as a victory, and he will keep going forward. Well, he lost by 50% of the vote.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, whoa, wow.
50-point spread is.
Yeah, so that's going to be tough to overcome.
Yep.
So it's the stories come out. Kraft says he's suspending. He's suspending the next 8 weeks. Engaged in. Well, he doesn't want to engage in harmful rhetoric and nasty attack ads, which is what's would have to happen if you have to try to overcome a 50% thing.
Yeah.
And it's not going to help Boston in any way. Kraft instead plans to shift his resources to addressing the drug and humanitarian crisis at Mass and Cass, which is streets up there in Boston. So, I still don't know if there's a Republican that's going to run against Wu in the general election.
I have not been keeping up with that election. If I'm being honest,
there's no name recognition. So basically, she has now won. So okay. So if you're going to do bad things, like if you're going to do illegal things, remember when push comes to shove, it's really every man for himself and every woman for himself. And this is what happened down in East Greenwich. The driver who crashed into an East Greenwich building on Wednesday, he's been arrested. Now, David Hickey is charged with DUI, refusal to submit to a chemical test, obstruction, and duty to stop at an accident resulting in injury. Police say Hickey and a passenger, once they crashed, fled from the scene.
Yeah.
That took place on Division Street. However, there's a third person in the car who's unconscious. Well, you're on your own. And we're taking off because we haven't got time to take care of you. That's what I mean. It's one for all and all
they
for
don't
me.
Remember what happened, right? No.
But you're on your own, son.
Right. But
and so they take
know
off.
The person wasn't dead.
Well, that's right. Well, we don't. If you're doing bad things, we don't care.
I guess
They may think you care, but they don't. Okay. So he's unconscious in the back seat. East Greenwich Police, a state police canine unit, and a drone searched the area. And investigators say Hickey was found, and he was covered in a powdery substance that they believe was fentanyl.
Oh, jeez.
Made a run for it, and I guess he spilled it on himself. Now, during the search, the canine unit was exposed to the fentanyl, and they administered Narcan to the dog.
Yeah.
And it works.
It does work. Yeah.
And the dog is fine.
Right.
I said, well, wow. That's
Poor-
a good. That's the
poor
poor dog.
dog.
But well, that's great that works on dogs as well. I wasn't aware of that.
Just a reversal drug. Right?
Yeah,
So.
and I don't know if the dog was down or showing symptoms or what.
If you administer Narcan and there isn't already a reaction going on, it's not going to hurt you. In other words, better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah,
I assume that would be for a large animal also, like a dog. So, yeah.
Okay.
So better to administer the Narcan, even if it's not, opioid overdose, because you can't. If it is an opioid overdose, the Narcan will save your life.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then you're going to be okay.
And good for and I'm glad the dog is fine, and I'm glad they administer it to it. Now, the man, by the way, that they did arrest doesn't say about the second person that fled the scene. Just that this one person, David Hickey, was charged. He's going to appear in court on September the 22nd.
That was the driver.
I'm assuming it's the driver. Yeah, it is the driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So no word on the guy unconscious in the back seat. I'm going to make an assumption that he was taken to the hospital, and
Hope so.
it doesn't
Right.
say he
I know.
passed away. So you're thinking everything is okay.
Well, you can't control the car from the back seat, so
No, and you
probably.
should wear
not.
you wear your safety belt in the back seat too.
No kidding.
Especially if you're gonna
always,
crash.
Always.
Even if you are the bad guy with the
Always.
drugs. So, all right, everyone says, things can always be worse in other towns. You can say, my town's not doing things right, and blah blah blah. Well, 43-year-old town employee from Warren facing embezzlement and fraudulent conversion charges. Marco Carrero, who lives in Swansea, allegedly stole items from the Warren Department of Public Works, which were then possibly sold through an online account. Ooh, I can make money if I sell this stapler online, kind of thing. I'm sure it's not a stapler, by the way.
Sure.
He's suspended without pay, currently free on personal recognizance following his arraignment. Carrero is also charged in Swansea with receiving stolen property in connection with the same investigation. Wow. A lot going on with this guy.
Yeah.
So Department of Public Works. Is he stealing trucks?
Who knows?
Shovels?
Putting them on eBay.
Putting them on me. Hey, look what I got over here. You know,
I have a little tractor, whatever.
yeah. And why is it only $50? You know,
Yeah.
well, because I don't. It's because it's not mine. And there we go. All right, we haven't heard about Karen Reed in a while.
Oh, but we're going to today.
We're going to right now because the big thing was she always wanted her car back. Mm-hmm. The police impounded it. Yep. It's evidence. Well, I've been acquitted last summer. Mm-hmm. I want my car back. She's received her car back. Karen Reed has received her Lexus SUV back from the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
Probably needed a tune-up.
You gotta get. Oh, this is so bad. We're gonna get the light in the back fixed. Oh. The SUV has been held since the day Reed's boyfriend John O'Keefe was found dead in Canton in January of 2022. It's 3 years later.
Yeah.
It's time for a new SUV.
Yeah,
Maybe
just
turn
trade
it in.
You know what? Trade that one in.
So Reed was acquitted on all charges related to O'Keefe's death in June, and was only convicted on the first offense, OUI. Mm-hmm. She got the Lexus back on Monday, and it's being repaired.
Okay.
At a Weymouth auto shop. We're not going to go to a Canton auto shop just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Oh my goodness.
They're family members of John O'Keefe or they're friends of John O'Keefe. Let's go to another town just in case. But yeah, it took them a while.
Nice.
I don't know what the protocol is in returning people's property after they've been acquitted. I've heard other people that have had their guns taken away after they've been arrested, and it's years later. I'm still waiting to get my guns back, kind of thing.
But I just don't. Protocol is.
I don't know what it is. How long do we hang on to it?
Right, because the assumption is so it's evidence. It has to be logged. We have to keep it for just in case.
Speaking of embezzlement,
where do you keep a car? We just got some extra cars hanging out.
Yeah,
I mean, it happens.
But we just had the story from Warren about embezzling where was the embezzlement charge? Was it from the Warren, Rhode Island?
Warren, yeah.
Okay, where he was stealing stuff. This and his embezzlement charges at Ware, Massachusetts. The fire chief.
Oh boy.
Thomas Colomb. He's avoiding jail time because he admitted to it. Mm-hmm. Embezzling over $20,000 from the town. Now, he was sentenced this week, ordered to pay full restitution to the town of Ware.
How does that happen? Like, usually
how does he steal?
Like, a fire chief doesn't handle monetary
money
transactions,
at all.
Right?
Yeah. In addition, he's been ordered to not work or volunteer in any capacity for roles that relate to the financial affairs of a person or entity. And maybe he was part of the financial situation. Maybe. He also must not represent himself as a member of a fire department or fire organization. So, looks like he's had to step down, or they removed him. Usually, sometimes, and we don't have it here, but usually they follow up with these kind of stories about, well, what do you need the money for? Mm-hmm. And it's usually sometimes it's drugs,
gambling.
Sometimes it's gambling.
Yeah.
And and the gambling one is always the same thing. Well, I'm going to win it back. And I'm going to put the money back.
That thought process that happens with that.
They always have that. If I could just make one more win,
right, and then I'll put it back.
I'll put it back, and no one will know. Mm-hmm. And because in the grand scheme of things, $20K, it's a lot of money, but it's not a ton of money. But you can see where people and gamblers do lose $20,000.
Yeah.
After a couple of sittings.
All the time, the odds are not in your favor.
No, that's why that's why the buildings look so beautiful. All right. Before we have to get to our guest, I wanted to bring this up because I think it's a funny story. And you think you get problems here in the United States. Here's what they're worrying about in Australia. Australia's rolling out a vaccine. They need to treat chlamydia in koalas.
Yes.
In the bears.
Yeah.
As we know, chlamydia is a sexually transmitted disease.
Right. But it's rampant in koala bears.
Well, are they just having too many partners?
I don't know why.
Well, it's tough to teach morals to the koala bears.
I know weird animal facts.
Yeah. Okay.
The armadillos carry syphilis in their
They do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. The single-dose vaccine has been in development for a decade. Its widespread use will mark a world first, according to experts. The sexually transmitted infection is responsible for half of Australia's koala deaths. but this vaccine is expected to reduce mortality rates by at least 65%. So do we round them up
I guess so.
and then give them the vaccine, or do we go out in the
mean,
wild and try and find them? This is what they have to worry about in Australia.
Yeah, you got to tag them somehow, right?
I
So
guess.
that you've already given the
Because they all look the same. Koala bears, they're
maybe too
all
unqualified.
they're all
koala
incredibly
handler.
they're all incredibly cute animals and
I don't
very
know, they're
docile
kinda,
bears.
Like, scary looking a little bit with
You
their
think so?
claws and their.
But they only eat eucalyptus leaves and they're just very calm. That's
Dave's
my
looking
thing.
at me like I'm insane.
Well, I'm up on my koala bears, but anyway.
I'm not up on my koala bears.
All right, we got to
I'm a
take a
little afraid
break.
of them, to be honest.
We got to get to our guests that are coming in just a moment. Time for a look at the forecast, which is being brought to you by Compassion International.
Sunny skies today with a high of 75 degrees and a breeze from the northeast. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 49. Saturday's weather mostly sunny with a high of 76, calm wind. Sunday, a 30% chance of a shower or thunderstorm late in the day, otherwise mostly sunny with a high of 78. Monday, sunshine and 77. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 79. Wednesday, sunshine and 79. And on Thursday, mostly sunny skies, high near 76 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, it's a bright sunny day, and we have 56 degrees. Thousands of kids in poverty have waited over a year for a sponsor, and their wait today. Become a Compassion sponsor. Text radio to 83393.
Wow! Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
I love our island shoreline, but our location makes us vulnerable to hurricanes and tropical storms. It's important to be prepared as best we can before the storm hits. You can help by knowing your risk, getting flood insurance, and being familiar with your evacuation route. Let's all do our part to be hurricane strong. The steps we take today can help minimize the damage tomorrow. Learn more at riema.ri.gov.
Sponsored by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our community stronger by telling their stories.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide.
It is Coffee In on ON AM and FM. This segment of Coffee In sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper that we just heard from. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray. We're joined by our 2 guests. Normally we have Rich Elaine from Post 85, but Rob Lafort from the Post. You've sent Rich out somewhere on some double secret probation mission. Is that what's going on with this?
Actually, he's on vacation in Virginia right now.
Oh, that's the story we're going with?
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
fine.
sticking to it.
Rob, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And we're also being joined by Trish Parento. Hi, Trish.
Good morning.
Trish has been on with us before. We'll be talking with Trish about her situation with boobification.
Correct.
All right, cool. But first, Rob, do your best Rich Elaine impersonation now, and let us know what's going on at the Post 85.
Post 85, well, actually, tomorrow we have Country Fest.
All right.
And that is a big event for us. It's an all-day affair from 11 to 11. I'll be slinging burgers, dogs, French fries, and everything from 12 to 7.
So are you always the cook?
I'm primarily the cook.
All
I
right.
have a lot of volunteers, and I'm very fortunate. Tomorrow I have a lot of volunteers helping me out. But we also have a band, Don Colton Company, playing from 1 to 4:30. And we have an amazing pig roast with all the fixings starting at 5. The tickets for the pig roast is $18 a person. It's going to be a lot of food, so you won't go away hungry. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to have the Bulletproof Band playing from 7 to 11. So we'll have a 50-50 raffle and all that kind of good stuff. But come on down, show your support for the Legion, and enjoy yourself. Bring your family, your friends. It's going to be an all-day affair.
Fantastic. Anything else going on at the post that we need to know about?
Well, actually, today we're going over to the Coleman School, the auxiliary, and all our volunteers have graciously gifted us with school supplies.
Backpacks?
Backpacks.
Cool.
We got backpacks. We got other school supplies that we're going to be giving out today, 10 o'clock at the Coleman School, which we're very, very happy about. And that's what the Post 85 is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And its family. It's all about helping the community, helping the veterans. And that's what we're doing. Obviously, Richie talks about the courtesy car and everything else like that. We still have the courtesy car, and we're still probably using it almost every day.
Yeah,
it's growing crazy, and our volunteer base is still strong.
Mm-hmm.
But if anybody wants to volunteer, obviously get a hold of the Post and talk to Richie Elaine, and we always need drivers, so that would be a good thing as well.
I wonder if it's going to come to the time where you might need a second car.
That's a possibility, but the problem is that the insurance is
I know it's
right now.
You're right.
And that's our problem right now.
Yeah.
We're always looking for sponsors and donations to run the courtesy car.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the insurance is going up, it's getting harder and harder to do so.
Is that because you have multiple drivers that can drive the car?
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with that. A lot of it has to do with the insurance company raising their prices for whatever reason. The weather, different destructions all over the United States, and the insurance companies getting hit hard and raising their insurances. And in some cases, you only can go to one insurance company that's willing to carry that specific plan.
Wow,
So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they limit you.
It's
on
a monopoly.
Who you can, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They limit on who you can use. So
Yeah.
we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. And if we want to do something good, we got to pay for it.
Yeah.
And
No good deed goes unpunished.
and a lot of people don't realize the background, on that.
Yeah.
It's a great cause, and we got great volunteers that don't get paid.
Right. Yeah.
But
here's the payment.
Here's the payment. And we need to. So. But the courtesy car is going strong. And,
Okay.
We went from a sedan, and then we realized our aging people could not get in and out without assistance. So now we got the SUV, which has been a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, great.
Yeah. So we got another event. We got a cornhole tournament from the FOP Lodge 28. They're having a cornhole beer and dynamite down at Post 85. On October 18th, registration's at 4 p.m. and the bags will fly at 5. So I'll be serving you the dynamites, and
all right.
Hopefully you
Is
guys
this your own recipe? Or
Actually, no, it's my brother's.
Oh, okay.
My brother is my master chef when it comes to the dynamites.
Are they good, Trish?
No, they're so
They're
good.
probably one of the best.
All right, because everyone's got their own different ways of making it,
Yeah.
so don't give away any secrets now.
No. Believe me, I don't even know how to make it myself.
Oh, so he just brings it away. Here's a big pot of it. Here you go.
Yes.
Oh,
very
okay.
much so.
That's great.
That's the best part.
You just dish it out. You don't cook it. Oh, I see. Okay. You just keep it hot.
Right.
Okay, cool. All right, fantastic. Glad things are going well for you down there at Post 85.
Yep,
All right,
very
cool.
much. Thank you.
All right, Trish, boobification, breast cancer awareness. What's going on there?
Well, we have our 5th annual Mental Health Day coming up.
Okay.
September 21st. It's 10 to 6 at Post 85. It's a big event. We have organizations, vendors. We have a kids section where they have crafts, face painting. We get special gift bags for the kids that attend. Our pampering section, which is kind of what we built this event around.
Mm-hmm.
The pampering section is for survivors to go. They get free services, hair, makeup, nails, Reiki, henna, and a couple other things I'm kind of not thinking. So they're able to go there. They get these free services. The public can also go and get these services for a small fee.
Mm-hmm.
And this year I'm excited. We have Jilly's Flowers coming, and you're able to go and make your own bouquet. So beautification paid for the women. They can go and get their own flowers. They also get special gifts. We get the husband and kids special gifts because they're going through this journey also.
As well, sure.
And then we have Post 85 making the food for us this year. We usually have food trucks. And then we have a schedule of demonstrations, performances. Rondos will be there, dance martial arts, and a couple bands and stuff just to get us through the day. And yeah, I think that may be it. It's going to be a good time. It's our 5th annual, which I think is crazy. It's just gone
Every year.
quick.
You're just growing every year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And each year we get more survivors coming because we are a small organization. So trying to get a bunch of survivors together can be difficult. But we had 14 ladies and 1 gentleman last year that came. So I'm excited to see how many come this year and who we're going to be able to spoil and pamper for the day.
I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but do you see breast cancer rising in men more?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think a lot of it is because men don't realize they can get it.
Right.
And the gentleman we had go through boobification, his girlfriend is the one that found the lump.
Wow.
And I find that men, they call it chest cancer. They don't call it breast cancer.
Understandable. Okay.
Yeah. But they're the same as us. I mean, the same as women. Self-conscious about it, the whole 9. Gentleman came. He said he felt uncomfortable at the beach. We gave him a really nice tattoo. And
because of the scar?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wish more men would come.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this is awful, but I was so excited when we got the first man.
The first man to show up?
Yeah.
I think it's thought of as a women's disease, and
Yes.
it's almost like, folks might be embarrassed about it, but.
Yeah.
Ron, you might be able to attest to this. I can't. To this day, I still can't remember a doctor telling me that I should check for breast cancer.
And it's true.
It just never happens.
Right.
I had an uncle who had breast cancer.
Okay.
And he passed away from it. And
Wow.
it was some years ago, and the treatment wasn't the same as it is, today.
Yeah, right.
And to this day, I don't know about you, but I don't check myself to see if I have any. It never was a thought pattern. And,
No.
Unfortunately, with cancer is all over the place.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Okay.
But Trisha's got a great, foundation, and if you ever had a chance to go there, it's a great day.
Okay. In terms of the tattoos, I know you do it a lot for the women to cover up the scars. What does a man get for a tattoo to cover up the scar?
Well, he actually got like football on the football.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
The goalpost?
No, the weave.
No, the weave on the football.
The threads on the football.
Threads on the football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where you put your
Like
fingers to
over
throw
the
it.
scar.
Okay.
Yes, and he
All
had
right.
that over the
That's pretty
scar
cool.
with
Oh, that's cool.
breast cancer ribbons.
All right.
Yeah, it really came out, and he cried, I cried, everybody in the tattoo parlor cried. It was just
Was that his idea to have the football thing on his
yeah,
on his chest?
it was
Wow.
it was so cool. But this event is great. We run this event by sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
We have amazing sponsors this year. If I can take a minute just
Go
to
ahead.
rattle them off. So this year, St. Joseph Veterans Association, Woonsocket Rotary Club, Crittman MC, Chris and Rebecca Mellon, Fatima Dizio Realtor, Landmark Medical Center, Dan's Martial Arts Center, Ramp, Cafin Oil Company, Coastal One, Quality Precision Home Improvements, Patriot Riders of America, Rhode Island Chapter 1, Counseling and Wellness of Rhode Island, American Legion Post 85, DNA Recordings Promotion and Production, Beautiful Ink Tattoo Collective, Beautiful Ink by Amy Connors, inked by Kat Jones, artist Nicole Fenoff, Michael's Meats, Beckett, my fur friend, Courtney Kelly from Cat Country, Travel with Gravel at Main Street Adventures, LJ's Kitchen, State Representative John Brand, State Representative Stephen Casey, State Representative Bob Phillips, State Senator Melissa Murray,
Who's
beautiful
that?
lady hair, State Senator Brian Thompson, and Hearts with Hope.
All right.
And we've been blessed with awesome sponsors each year that has been able to help us continue with this event.
When's the event again?
September 21st
At
at
the Post.
Post 85, and it's 10 to 6.
What are we calling it?
Boobification 5th Annual Mental Health
Mental
Day.
Health Day. All right,
Yes.
very cool. All right, more Coffee Ants coming your way. This segment of Coffee Ant has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
OM 1240.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
Chan's Restaurant celebrating 120th anniversary with happy hour food and great drinks and 48 years of live at Chan's music. Speaking of which, coming up tonight, the 12th of September, we have the Winehouse Project. And that's coming up at 8 o'clock tonight, going till 10 o'clock. A stunningly accurate tribute to the music and legacy of Amy Winehouse. 30 in advance, 35 at the door. And Dave Howard Band comes in tomorrow night on the 13th from 8 to 10. The Rhode Island native has been a stalwart of the New England music scene since the mid-1970s. 15 in advance, 20 at the door, plus great food at Chan's Fine Oriental Dining. 267 Main Street in Woonsocket.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
We're local and live at 99.5.
It's Coffee Ant here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us today, Friday. I'm Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray, Rob LaForte, Tricia Parento, and Melissa, you attended the Autumn Fest kickoff.
We all did, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you
we
were
were all there.
Oh,
last
very
night.
cool, except for me. But anyway, but it took place at the Elks and
at the
celebrating
Elks.
Mike Hero. How'd it go?
It was fantastic.
Yeah. Good crowd.
Great crowd. Great food. Good, lots of citations and speeches, and like his whole family was there, and he's part of like a billion different organizations. I'm not even gonna remember, like Post 85 and like the Elks and St. Joe's and so many other orgs that he does. Like he just does so much, just like way more than me. But he's just a true community-minded person, you know, from his service in the military to just mentoring kids through Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. And I think he actually had 3 Eagle Scouts there last night. So, yeah, I mean, he really just served the whole service before self thing. Really just that's the kind of person that he is. So it was great. It was really nice. I can't believe Autumn Fest is like here already.
It's a month away. As soon as
I
Labor Day
love
passes,
summer. I know.
it's here. And I saw pictures from it from last night. So I did see the citations being passed out, and I saw the mayor was there as well,
Mayor
giving the
was
key
there,
key to the city. So that's really cool. So
fantastic.
I'm glad it was well attended, and everyone had a good time. So all right, it's a great kickoff for Autumn Fest. All right, have you seen the viral video going out? It took place in Paris, where the bunch of a flash mob starts performing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes,
isn't that cool?
Amazing.
You haven't seen it? Oh, it's awesome.
So cool.
Yeah, it happened recently in a city block. The video have you seen it, Rob?
Yeah, I saw
okay.
it. Yeah.
The video begins with 3 female singers up on a window. and they just start singing, and there's a male singer opening upstairs windows, but they stop performing the opening verse. They're joined by a pianist, Julian Cohen, with a piano in the middle of the square. Lead singer Mickey Castillo arrives on a carriage that's being drawn by a horse, and other singers and musicians join in, including 11-year-old guitarist Ollie Pearson, and I've seen Ollie on Britain's Got Talent, so that's where I first saw him. You know, he's 11-year-old, and he was playing AC/DC. I'm like, oh boy, watch out for this kid.
Just a child prodigy.
Oh my God, he's awesome. That's his goal in life, is to be the greatest guitarist in the world.
Well, he's in a good start.
He's well on his way, and he's got the perfect look for it. He's got the hair down to his elbows. He's got the hat on backwards. He's got the sunglasses on. It's so 11. Funny. He's 11. Yeah. He's got the perfect look, and he's got the talent, which is so cool. And let's see. For the famous vocal interlude, More Windows Open, there were more singers appear. The videos on Cohen's YouTube page already had more than 2 million views in the first 2 days. They did this because here we're going to feel old now. Ready? The performance marked the 50th anniversary of when Queen began recording the song. That's how old the song is now. Sorry, everybody, but we're old. We can remember when it first came out. So there we go. But it is pretty cool. If you go see it, it's a fantastic version of it. So maybe you can work this into the post at some point, Rob. They do this in Alaska, and it's Fat Bear Week is coming up in Alaska, and what they do, they vote. The polls will open next week for the annual bracket-style competition. They want to crown the chunkiest bear at Alaska's Katmai National Park and Reserve, because the bears are eating because they're going to go into hibernation. So the annual Fat Bear Week contest relies on public votes to determine which brown bear in the park has put on the most weight for winter hibernation.
Who wants to go?
Assuming
looking?
right, I know, right?
Well, I don't know. I guess there are cameras up. You can probably go online.
Oh, okay.
Cameras to follow the bears around. Last year, the 2023 champion chunkster Grazer once again claimed the title of Alaska's fattest bear.
Not a lot to do out there.
Yes, so, there's not much to do in Alaska. But I thought, wow, well, that's different
and dangerous.
Yeah.
And dangerous. Well, I guess if you're going to go out and try to find them,
don't try to follow.
It doesn't say what you have to do. Do we have to go out and take pictures?
Right.
Weigh the bear.
No, that would be dangerous if you could go out and weigh the bear on your own.
You never know. You never know what people might do.
No, that's so true. In case you were wondering, Charlie Brown, Snoopy Woodstock, and the gang will continue to call 2 Ohio amusement parks home for the next 5 years. Six Flags, which owns Cedar Point and Kings Island, is entering into a new deal to keep the Peanuts characters at the park. A spokesperson for Six Flags says the company is proud to extend its long-standing partnership with Peanuts, which has delivered so many fun and cherished memories to their guests. And if you ever go to Six Flags out there in Massachusetts, they've got the Warner Brothers characters out there, Bugs Bunny and Sylvester and like that. No Peanuts characters out there. So, but Six Flags has bought these other amusement parks, and they're just going to keep going with the Peanuts characters. So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I like that. So that's cool. Did you hear about the story? We had it yesterday. There's an actor from Breaking Bad, and I can't remember his name, and he's washing his car out in L.A., and a couple of women come by and start harassing him, so he turned the hose on them. Well, they didn't like this, and they called the cops, and he's been arrested.
Really?
Misdemeanor assault. I said, with a hose?
With a hose?
Yes.
Wasn't he at his home?
Well, we were talking with the police chief yesterday, and yes, he's on his property. Were they on his property? Well, I don't know. Were they on the sidewalk off his property? I don't know.
Assaulted with water.
With water?
Wow.
You know, we're not throwing acid at people here where it's burning you. I'm
People
like,
are just so soft nowadays.
and maybe you shouldn't have attacked him. Not verbally attacked him, I should say.
Right.
Just
Presumably they take a shower every day, right? Like it's water.
It's and you have to know it's water if he's got the got the hose right with him, and he just turns it on. You know it's water. It's not anything else. But it's a misdemeanor.
That's something I would do.
And he was charged. I'm like, and of course he's an actor, so what? He's going to get a $50 fine. I mean, this is nothing. But
right.
It's just so silly.
I would have just asked for an autograph.
Well,
You wet me, let me get an autograph.
And I won't call the cops on you?
Right.
Well, that's, not a bad idea. All right, keeping things along with the medical stuff. New study suggests chronic insomnia in seniors is more than an annoyance. It can cause accelerated aging of the brain. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Researchers at the Mayo Clinic studied more than 2,700 people with an average age of 70 for 5.5 years, and they found that 14% who suffered persistent sleeplessness developed mild cognitive impairment or dementia, compared to 10% who did not have insomnia. Okay, executive functioning studies and brain biomarkers showed that sleep-deprived seniors aged an additional 3.5 years.
Wow. In 5 years.
Wow.
Yes, and that's and as you get older, I've always heard that as you get older,
You sleep less.
you
right?
sleep less. Yeah, although you might get more tired at like 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, but you're up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing. So are you still getting your 8 hours? And by the way, I can't remember the last time I got 8 hours of straight sleep. By the way. I'm falling into that category, and I'm not happy about it. I can almost set my clock by. I know I'm getting up at 12:30 every single night, and it's roughly around the same time. Did you hear us talk about the koala bears in Australia?
No.
They're dying of chlamydia.
Oh my Lord.
Really?
I'm afraid to hear how they got that.
Well, it's a sexually transmitted infection,
I know.
so.
They're just
And it's killing them at a rate of.
But now they might have
But
a vaccine.
they developed
for
a
it.
vaccine in
Just
Australia.
for the koala bears.
Just for the bears.
So that's going to be somebody's job now to
my.
vaccinate koala
Vaccinate
bears.
We got to go round them up and vaccinate them. It's a single dose, which is good. They don't have to keep coming back for 2 or 3 shots.
They're easy to catch.
You obviously.
Well, they are pretty slow. But the infection is responsible for killing half of Australia's koala bears.
Wow.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, so it's expected to reduce this mortality rate by 65%. So, and then they're going to complain, we have a run on
We have
koala
too many
bears.
koala
Now we have too
bears.
many. And now we don't have enough food to feed the koala bears. But, yeah.
Grow more eucalyptus trees.
That's,
Yeah.
I just remember the Australia was basically on fire like 5 or 10 years ago. And koala bears were sitting by the side of the road. And people were coming up to them with bottles of water.
Yeah,
And they were
I
just
remember.
looking for water because they couldn't
drinking
find
water.
any, and they just wanted to drink water. And they said maybe some nice humans will stop by and give us water, and people did.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, and they just sucked it right down because we can't. They must get water out of the eucalyptus trees because they were all burning down, and so we just gonna go out and get water out of the eucalyptus trees. But if we can take it out of the bottles, that'll be good there.
I have a little announcement that we
go ahead.
usually talk about the banner program. So the mayor has put up some of the veterans memorial banners.
Yes, in the
and
city.
they are on Main Street. And so if you have been hearing about this banner program but don't really understand what it's all about, or you want to go and see them, they are on Main Street from Monument Square up to
About
the
Chains.
about the train
By the train track.
trestle. So those are the ones that have been made. We hope to have many more. And I just have to say, this was something that when we go to those Main Street conferences and I come home with crazy ideas let's close down the bridge and have a dinner. People are like, we can't do that. This was an idea that came from one of those conferences, and they do it in other cities and towns. I held on to it for a really long time, just because I felt like I really would love to see that here, and so I presented it to the United Veterans Council, and they just took it and ran with it. Joe Gennaro designed the banners. Rich has been very involved. Rob's been very involved. And I just said, hey, I have this great idea, and I would love to see it here. And it just caught on. So I want to thank you in person and also Rich and Joe for making my vision come to fruition. It's really great. And so if you are interested in getting a banner, so it's important to know that the person doesn't have to be deceased. You can honor a veteran, any veteran from any branch of the military. Go to UVC WOON. That's the Woonsocket United Veterans Council. UVCWOON.org. And you can fill out the application. And if you have some computer troubles, you can just call. I don't have the number off the top of my head. Can no to the post? No. Oh, okay.
Well, you can
always
go online.
You can call the American Legion Post 85.
Yeah, you can call the post. You can call me.
766-7585.
Yes.
And leave a message, and Richie or Joe, who are both members of Post 85 as well, we'll get back.
Yeah,
Right.
and the cost of the banner is $175 to honor your loved one. $75 of that goes to a revolving fund to actually help veterans in need.
All right.
So it's a really great program. That was not my idea. I just thought, I would love to have these banners up. But
And they look great, by the way.
they look
awesome.
great. They look
great,
really
yeah.
awesome. It's really, really fantastic.
All right,
Excited.
thanks, Melissa. The show has come to an end, so we've got to run. The next show wants to get in here. They keep pounding on the door. So, Trish, tell us once again about Boobification and the Mental Health Day.
5th Annual Mental Health Day, September 21st at the American Legion Post 85, and it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Rob, thanks for coming in as well, talking
Thanks
about the
for having
Post.
And stop by Country Fest tomorrow.
That's
Yes.
right.
Thank
What
you.
are the hours tomorrow?
11 to 11.
All right.
Whole day.
This is Joe Callahan. Have a great day, great weekend, everyone. Stay tuned for Do You Remembers coming up after the 9 o'clock news.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.